Toughest second unit scene was probably Chad's house, the fight with the Chad hybrid, because we had the entire cast there, and yet the first unit had the entire cast as well. So we couldn't shoot anything in order. So it was just a matter of, okay, when's Brooke going to be ready? Because, okay, well, we've got 3 shots with her, but they're all over the map. And so we're constantly having to rethink what we're shooting next and how are we going to set that up and when's Brooke going to be here and how long do we have her for? And it was 3 days of sharing the cast with the first unit, and it was very stressful, but we managed to get everything. And God bless the cast, because they would jump from one emotional scene upstairs and come down and do another emotional scene in the front yard and never miss a beat.
We just really had to hustle and be quick and kind of down and dirty. Luckily, I wanted this look for the movie, that it was all kind of, not super frenetic, but that I wanted it to be handheld basically the entire time. I think that just the kind of slight camera shake and slight camera movement, I think really lends a lot of immediacy to what you're seeing, and you really do kind of feel like it's happening now. Because it's handheld, it really does help you run and gun a little more. All right, can we just go in there and pop off that close-up really fast? And it can really help.
In the movie, the bugs emanate this gas.
There's red gas gathering on top of the janitor closet, too.
Like in the sky?
They exhale it, but I don't know what it is.
This gas happens to be a flammable gas. It is a part of their breathing and energy life cycle. And in the nest, there's a large concentration of that, since there's so many bugs residing in the nest.
Fortunately, Ethan and Cooper and the gang are able to find a bunch of C4 in the sheriff's station.
Oh, hello.
We kind of raid the base, the hive of the bugs, and sort of storm the castle and try to kill the queen.
They're able to plant a bomb and blow it up.
Cooper explodes a bomb on the queen to kill the queen, and that bomb explosion then in turn ignites the gas inside the nest. And because the nest is a enclosed space, lots of tubes filled with gas, it begins to blow and then it explodes, much like a gas bomb.
It became clear we needed a big explosion for the hive, and I was pushing for basically to build a miniature.
We went, I think the guy's name was Zarko, and people started calling him Zarko the Destroyer, I believe, but he was our like our demolitions dude.
After that, all the model will destroy. A lot of pieces, it's happened before, to use very less charge, because if it's strong charge, it will go out of frame and nothing happen.
The whole experience was pretty surreal, going into this, like, I mean, it was a scene from a movie of just driving into these kind of bizarre areas, into like this small cramped basement where these guys were building this hive, and in some area in the outskirts of Sofia.
I'm sure it's going to be gas, sort of like
gas
explosion.
In the normal size it will be gas explosion.
Okay, but sparks does.
But sparks for this size, because gas explosion will destroy it before to explode.
We built this like 10 by 10 or 12 by 12 scale replica of the CG nest, and we brought a bunch of different cameras out there. I think we had like 4 or 5 cameras, all with various frame rates and stuff.
The idea is to, even though we're only shooting a scale model, to position the cameras in a way they're kind of shooting up at it, to have some things in the background to give it scale, to use some digital effects to put things in the foreground that give it scale as well.
You have to set up the cameras to do the forced perspective, and you want some of them to be high speed, you want some of them to be low speed, since it's an event that you're only going to be able to do once. you want to make sure that you capture it from all angles. So we had several cameras set up, some of them at very high speed frame rates if we want to do a slow motion blow up, and then some normal speeds and at various distances, and some of them were a little too close to the explosion.
We got some local guys to build this, and some, you know, Zarko the Destroyer, our effects guy, to put explosives in it and blow it up.
And we actually did it twice. We built 2 of these scale models and just blew the shit out of them twice.
Clear, 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 everybody. Down, down. Okay, set, and action! Action! Oh! Careful, guys!
It's okay. You happy, Zarko?
Absolutely. If you're happy, I'm happy.
You like it? It was a charge that was detonated electrically from like 40 feet away by this guy, Zarko. And I think it was just packed with a bunch of plastique, a bunch of TNT. I don't know.
With the day that we exploded, a large chunk of it flew. We blew it up twice, but one of the things when we blew it up, a large chunk of it just goes whizzing by my head.
This is a piece that went flying by you guys. That was a piece that went flying right by our head.
I mean, like a large piece of fiberglass was hiding behind a car. It was pretty scary, but it was a lot of fun.
You never really wanted to question, you know, how things were being blown up in Bulgaria, because probably I got the impression that a lot of the same kind of safety constraints, the OSHA rules that we adhere to here in Hollywood, were not there. So we all just kind of let them do their thing and didn't ask too many questions.
We almost took out one of the Yari cams. It did catch fire. The protective shield we made did get trashed, but fortunately the camera only melted a little bit, so it's still usable. No insurance claim.
I love the idea that we had a model, because I think model making is kind of, it's becoming kind of a dead art because digital is becoming so strong. I love the idea that some guys built 2 of those models and we actually blew them up. I think it's very cool.
That was maybe one of the more dangerous things I've done involved with the movie.
Nobody was hurt. No animals or people were hurt during the making of Infestation, which is great, I'm very proud about. And Tom, you know, Ackerman, the DP, would often say, and it's true, he'd be like, it's just not worth it. You know, let's make sure everyone's safe and let's do it right. Because yeah, it's not worth no movie is worth somebody getting hurt over.
I'm very proud of the film. I'm very proud of everybody. You know, everybody really put their heart into this movie, from, you know, myself and the other producers, to Kyle, to all the CG artists that really worked their asses off. Everybody at Icon was fantastic and very supportive, and really contributed some great ideas and made the process doable. So my thanks to everybody.